Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new standards of excellence.
Yes.
Say yes to engaging reportage with a difference.
Yes.
Introducing Yes International Magazine.
You are some people's favorite comedian. Who are your own favorite comedians? Maybe one or two.
I'll give it to Bovi. But first of Alibaba.
Okay.
Alibaba. Alibaba reinvents himself. You think, oh, the plane is going this way, and the next thing, it comes up again. Alibaba does it for many times. And then Bovi. Bovi is just always in his natural elements. I don't see him going wrong. Then Gandoki, even though at some points, I don't know, I ran into him one of those days when I was running GPG show on Rainbow FM, and when somebody introduced me as Bishop Eyes of the GPG cathedral, I said, see, Bishop Eyes. I was like, I better get out of there. He never expected me to be a young guy. Then I should be like in my late 20s, early 30s. It was just, I better get out of there. This small boy, maybe. I know Bishop Eyes when I see him. He never knew I was the one. He was like, doesn't joke with that show. But never knew I was the same person. So Gandoki is always just spontaneous. He brings it, and he'll pretend as if he's not the one who must have said that. He just his straight face. So I think those three are my list.
All right. So what is the commonest mistake that I have noticed with most comedians?
In delivery or
generally?
With most comedians. You know why it will be hard for me to answer this? I tell people I'm not a comedian. I remember, giving an interview to, was it Tribune some years down the line? And the caption was, even though I might be funny, I do not like the tag comedian. I prefer to be called an entertainer. So maybe I might not be able to just get that answer straight ahead. Apart from the, everyone has become what we call a live band. And a live band is, to us in the entertainment industry, are those who come up with repertoires, They can perform from Michael Jackson to Michael Bolton, and the next thing they are singing a song. So I think that's just it. And the way you don't even give credit when you use other people's material. Most importantly, when you know the owner of that material might just be around. I will not say I do not. For me, I can just say something. Like there's something Sako has been my guy from way back in time. I remember seeing a clip of an event he did, and I fell in love with the intro, and I picked it, I refined it. If I will ever happen to be in a place where he is too, I think it goes on me to say, oh, like my brother Sako would say, this. I don't know if you get me. But instead, you just own it and pretend it's yours. And even when the person comes to demand, oh, come on, share some credit, you be like, Baba, go sit down. Nobody gets material. All of us, no. I think that's just it for me. That's just
okay. Now, you've talked there so much about your family. Tell us about this, your family. Let us meet your family.
All right, then.
My darling, my honey, my bishop, my Bawan, Mikel, my sister, So tell us about your wife.
Yeah, my lovely wife, my partner, Esther Rocha. I'm a shy person, really. People don't know that. And I'm blessed with 3 kids. 2 boys and a girl. What
are their names?
Mikel, and Michael Jr. Even as I'm here now, he's been parabolating, trying to know why that is all alone. He's coming again.
Okay. Away from work, when you're not working, how do you keep yourself busy?
I find time once in a while to read. I'm envious of your background there. I just wish. When we started, I'm like, see a few ways. You a book now from the way days of encomium and
go do now.
encomium.
As I know them, but make I read books now. Make I even know small books.
No, but your own better now. You know, be like those people they tell you 20 ways to become a rich man. Why you not read that to become rich man? You know, at least I've read your books. You know, your compendium of secrets to success. But the truth is, when I read that book from my mind, I don't tell you. When I read that, people know they talk the truth. Finish. Nobody go see road come show him brother. Nah. They will just let's try give them small thing. May not be like say we no answers. You know, so I try to read once in a while. 48 Laws of Power is one of the books that has touched my life. I know I've not been able to finish it at the stretch, but sometime in December ending of the beginning of January, I just like okay. I went on YouTube. I saw a video where they had everything compressed into like 12 minutes each topic. More between one scatter my data. You know, it's. I still have the book. It's just tucked somewhere. I have so many books like that, but in my time of times, just carry my phone, play around. Businesses they come. People don't call you these days to say hello, how are you? You just drop a message. Are you free? So day. What price? What can we do? Blah blah blah. I just give you my price. Okay, send your account. What can I see your IV? What are the colors of the day? And that just makes it. So I think that's just it. So maybe one of these days I'll start all these Instagram stuff and I don't know. Now they try.
Okay. What do you still want from God in your line of business and as a person?
Very deep. What do I still want? Because I know if I say I still want anything, I will just be ungrateful, really. I've come to appreciate my space. See, I'll drop this fact. My first car, you remember that car when you came for dedication? My Toyota Corolla 1999 model. Is it 99? Yeah, 99. And I remember when I wanted to even put it, I was asking a friend if that car could run Uber. They said no, now from 2000 upwards. And I started telling God, I beg, I don't want this car again. But guess what? I drove that car for 10 years, 10 good years. When I wanted to change, my wife was like, no, don't change. I said, see, if you don't package, people will always see you as if you are not up to date. I know people will come to see me and they'll be like, Baba, now this car you carry come today. I'll say, yes. I just say, man, come. Now you help me like the lie, not be me lie. You understand? So for 10 years, after which, God gave me a Matrix 2003 model. I drove that for 3 years before this one, where our living room now, where we're inside. This is the RAV4. And so where am I going with this now? It's very important. I appreciate every level. God in his infinite mercy at every time deems it fit for me to operate on. I do not, I know people who have, eyes, you are connected, you're a government child, you do this for government, you do this for, if I say I want to host an event tomorrow, I know people would readily just, oh yeah, let's go. But all my life, I've only had a show, Laugh for Charity, with Rotary International 9110, then under Mike Omoto Show, graciously, sponsored. It featured in International Rotary magazine. He all spoke concerning that event. Everyone came from Yor to Bengadenka, even those I didn't tell. In fact, it was at that event, MC Acapella's car was stolen on his way home. If you've ever heard of him, spoke about, his first vehicle being stolen. And so I get to another level and I be like, whoa, you mean, how was I able to operate in that level? And I never got irritated. So I just think self-sustenance. God has just given me that ability to enjoy every level he places me in at every given time. I have my own property where I am presently, to God's glory. How it happened, if you ask me to explain, I cannot. So tomorrow I sleep at night and I'll be like, are you sure somebody will not come and ask me for house rent? But the reverse has been the case. I've been collecting house rent for the past 3-4 years. So it's always difficult to say, oh, where do you want to see or what has gone on? For every level, for whatever he has been able to make provisions for at every point in time